been briefed on that by the attorney. What's the pleasure of the council? So you want to read this, Charlie?
Yeah, the city attorney's conclusion that the person selected on May 8th, Julie, was not lawfully appointed to the council. Her qualifications were defective as she was at the time of her appointment neither an elector nor a qualified elector. More importantly, she was not appointed by a majority of the council, meaning she did not receive 4 affirmative votes.
Okay, what's the pleasure of the council?
Is this where we make a motion of the reconsider the vacancy?
Says we have to, if the council does it, you have to rescind it and vote yes or no on it. That's what the attorney did.
Yeah, so I make a motion that we rescind the vacancy.
On the grounds that
Yeah.
there was not 4 voting for it.
Yeah, due to the majority of the council, with not 4 votes.
Okay, we got a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second that we rescind the appointment because we didn't have 4 people out of the council. Any discussion? All in favor of the vote?
Any abstentions?
Yeah, both.
Back abstained.
Okay, one opposed, but we got 1, 2, 3, okay, we got 5. Okay, pleasure of the council, Mr. Gould had said he would fill in for the council. So, would you stand up, Buford? This is Buford Gould.
Yes.
And you have to be a registered voter. Do you have a voter's card with you?
I do.
Okay. So what's the pleasure of the council?
Would you say something about yourself toward?
Well,
Did you come up here where we can?
Yeah, Gary has a hard time hearing, I'm sorry.
Well, I've been coming to Lakeside for 35 years or so. My wife and I moved here full-time about 3 years ago, built our home here on the lake. And, you know, I just want to see everything in town here operate just smooth. I don't really have a lot of qualifications for it, but, you know, I'm willing to learn and keep an open mind.
You were a business owner, weren't you?
Yes, I ran a small business for 10.5 years. For Roseburg. Roseburg, yeah. Whistler Park Mercantile, on Time Lake Highway.
Any other questions? Anybody with that? What's the pleasure of the council?
I make a motion that we appoint Wilford Gould to our position. I word that right.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion on the motion? Good. All in favor, but no voting sign? See, motion carried now.
All right, in the jail you go.
Do you want to swear him in, Charlie?
I need to see your voter's card too.
We swear him in or do we wait till they check on his qualifications?
No, she's got he said, all she did is a voter card, so she's got residency with the city.
Yeah. You didn't have that.
You didn't have a voter card, didn't you?
Do you carry your voter's card? I don't.
No.
My wife carries hers.
I'm not even sure I got one.
I carry one.
My wife carries hers.
Yeah.
Hasn't seemed like for so many years I haven't seen where it's at.
We can't.
Well, I have one question for the council before you swear him in.
We can't comment on it, Councilman.
I just have one question for the council before you swear him in.
How many can I ask a question over?
I need to understand this correctly. You all did read the letter from Gould. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
Okay, and you all know that you're personally liable
Yeah.
for removing her. And
I don't have an open right now.
okay,
That's my life.
just needed that on the record.
Orville, can I ask a question? I'll have it on him.
And she'll get
Okay,
very
so
So would you like to amend your motion?
we just amend it that upon his registration.
And do I need to do that?
Swear him in at the next meeting.
And Gary will have to second that amendment.
Susan called that, Susie called that up on the computer right now.
Either that or swear him in next meeting, doesn't matter.
Well, we can go ahead and swear him in contingent upon,
The voter's card.
the voter
That he has been
registration.
registered.
Susie, you voters list was on the computer.
You wanna come up here, Elaine? What's your question?
I just have a question. When did you open it back up for other people to put their names in?
Once you put it on, you don't have to open it back up. Somebody can volunteer. Once it's put on, then you can appoint whoever you want to in the city.
But I mean, the people who were already in there before, you didn't take any of them into consideration?
That lady was asked, the other lady that was on here was asked, she did not want to do it. I asked Benny, and Benny said he did not want to do it because of the litigation that may come up over another issue. That the water district and the city and the fire, all of them might be
So you
involved.
talked to Mary Jim?
And that's all I can say about it, period. I'm sorry.
So you guys went around on the outside and asked people if they were interested, and someone asked you if you'd be interested, and that's how you put your name in?
Yes.
Okay. So, you mind me asking, who asked you if you'd be interested?
I can't remember, I think it was Sue at one time. Susan.
Susie asked you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you got that?
Okay, you've got that, are you looking it up, Susie?
Yeah, I'm working on it. This
Okay.
thing is, may I make a statement?
Yes.
No,
I'm curious as to why I wasn't invited to do so again, since my criteria has
you,
changed.
what?
Wasn't invited to apply again.
We didn't have to apply again. We didn't have to ask for another
But I
application.
understand her question.
Right, because I was unaware that this process is going on again, and so basically I was unable to pursue it.
I don't know what to tell you, Julie. All I'm doing is what the attorney told us to do, that's all. And we were told not to discuss it, so I guess we don't know.
So this is basically on the attorney's suggestion.
Should we go ahead once he's looking that up, or?
You can see him contingent upon.
We just make it contingent upon.
Okay, then I'd like to amend my, my motion toward, to seek,
Contingent that he was a registered voter.
the seat, Buford rule contingent that he is a registered voter, and he meets all the guidelines of these.
Do you second that amendment, Gary? Do you second that amendment?
Yeah.
All in favor of the amendment as it was amended? Motion carried unanimously. Okay, what,
Well, I was just curious as to, I believe your own charter says that someone has 10 days to make themselves right with you to take their seat. And yet I don't hear any of you saying that.
Mr. Gould said that the charter had 10 days. Our attorney said that you don't have 10 days. And I'm not going to get into it.
I wasn't arguing on
I know,
behalf of
but-
anyone. I was just suggesting that you do, your own charter does say that. If
All
you-
I'm saying is that we just followed the attorney's advice, and he said not to discuss it. I'm sorry. We can't
You need
discuss
to
it.
read the charter, Orville, because your own charter says that you have time. Mr. Buford would have time.
We have got to,
The 10
it's
days.
on the charter right here. The attorney went over with us in the executive session what to do.
I'm not talking about what to do, I'm talking about you do have your 10 days for Mr. Buford.
That's what Mr. Gould said. That's Mr. Gould's opinion.
Read the charter. It's right there in the charter.
Kevin, I'm not gonna argue with you. Okay, let's go ahead and move. It's the motion passed,
So now
and that's it. Okay, the approval, the first item of business tonight is approval to purchase.
Orville?
What?
Should we swear him in and bring him forward? Yes.
Well, we can swear him in, and then it's all contingent. As soon as we call in and get your card, you're on. Come on up.
Yeah, so let's-
Buford, to swear in.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the laws thereof, and the Constitution of the State of Oregon and the laws thereof, and the Charter and the ordinances of the City of Lakeside, to the best of my ability. I also swear
I will sincerely,
that I will faithfully
I will faithfully,
and honestly
honestly,
demean myself in the office
demean myself in the office
of Counselor of the City of Lakeside,
Council of the City of Lakeside,
to which I have been
to which I have been
duly appointed
duly appointed
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
You sign right there, appreciate it right there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the first order of business tonight is a